Good morning. You know what the first thing was that I grabbed this morning? My phone. You know what the last thing I touched last night was before I held TJ? My phone. You know what is constantly getting in my way when I'm trying to get stuff done because I'm constantly messing with it and constantly getting distracted by it? My phone. And it's like to the point I can't even shower. And every activity in life nowadays has an app for it. So when you go for a walk, there's an app for keeping track of your steps and how far you walked and your heart rate and all that stuff. The same types of apps will also track your sleeping cycle. So you can check your sleeping cycle. There's menstruation apps. There are pill reminder apps. Like, there are so many apps for everything, and the way things are designed nowadays, it forces you to have a cell phone too. Like, you don't even have an option. If you have a job, you need to have a cell phone, or it's probably not going to last very long because they're going to get frustrated with you when you're the hardest person to communicate with. Like, a lot of companies expect people to be able to answer text messages and calls off the clock. Maybe not all the time, but it's expected. And scheduling apps. A lot of places refuse to actually post their schedules up on a board or something. Mine does, thankfully, so I don't have to download the scheduling app. But a lot of places force their workers to use a scheduling app, and if they don't have the scheduling app, like when I worked for FedEx would not give me a paper copy or anything. They forced me to download it on my phone, and even when they said at orientation, you don't have to have it on your phone, when I asked for the other option, they kept telling me, you can look it up on the computer and take a picture. But then you have to get the schedule when you're in for work. And if you're not scheduled until the day that you work, you need to come in on your day off to get the schedule. So it's just really frustrating. On top of FedEx changes the times for their package handlers, within the same hour usually, but they still will change the time from 3:30 to 3 or 3:30 to 4 depending on the day. And so it was really frustrating to not know exactly what time I was starting, and sometimes be early and sometimes be late, even though the original schedule I had told me I was on time. So when TJ and I are together, both of us, we pull our phones out and we're constantly checking things like Snapchat and text messages, and he likes Pokemon Go. I don't really play Pokemon Go, but I like making videos, so I'll sit there and be editing and stuff while we're together. And when I was younger, I had obviously designated electronic time. And obviously when I was in school, I wasn't able to use my phone or my electronics the way I am now. But even when I'm at work, I'm allowed to listen to music and stuff, and it can get kind of challenging to not spend too much time trying to find the right songs or the right podcast type of thing. And I catch myself and I force myself to put my phone down because I am aware and I don't want it to be too bad of a problem. But the fact that I have to force myself to catch myself and put my phone down, I feel is sort of an issue already. And it's not just at work, it's everything. I'm trying to do my own dishes, I'm trying to even take a shower. Like I said, taking a shower. I'm in there with the water hitting my back and trying to avoid it hitting my phone as much as possible, and I'm sitting there trying to find the right YouTube video or the right music to listen to. And I had the thought last night, I was like, why can't I just take a fucking shower? Why do I need to have some type of thing going on? Why? When I was younger, taking showers was my favorite thing to do. a nice hot shower, I would get in trouble for staying in there for like a half hour. And like all I did back then was just like enjoy the water, read the soap, look at the soap, like the soap labels. I just kind of existed, but I enjoyed myself. And like now, instead of focusing on like enjoying the hot water, relaxing, you know, relieving stress, I'm just focused on my cell phone and what am I gonna watch? What am I gonna use to brain rot today? And I'm becoming like more and more aware of how bad it is. Not just for me, but like for the entire world, but also specifically for me. And I keep looking to see if people are coming because I don't want to be the weirdo who's like recording himself, even though I am the weirdo recording myself, but still I don't want the judgment from everyone else, okay? But yeah, I need I feel like I need help. Like I'll put my phone down and I'll tell myself, okay, you've been on your phone for too much. And then 3 minutes later, I'm like, I have a reason to pick it back up. Sometimes it's not even a minute. It's like 30 seconds later. And it's like, and I also have a really hard time when I get a text message or a Snapchat or even like a YouTube notification of like comments or something. I have a really hard time not just jumping on and doing it or like responding or whatever. And I need to get better at, like I said, designated time to do that. So the time for my other parts of life are not being affected. But anyway, I just took TJ to work and I came out to a spot that I like to sing at sometimes. And I think I might actually sing a little bit, but then I'm going to go. I've got about 3.5 hours before I start work. Although now that I've been out, now that I've been out here, it's probably more like 3 hours, so. Alright, yeah, like I said, I gotta work on my phone addiction really badly. And maybe you do too, because, like, it's just. Phones have been, like, made too integral in our lives. Like, that's my opinion. Anyway, bye!